In this video, Monza always brings lots of crashes, and we try and overtake everybody as we head towards turn 1. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video where I'm back in the Porsche 919, and nobody else is. So when I did the weekly race guide, everybody was in the Porsche 919. The Audi seems to be quicker. Now, if you do enjoy this video, as always, do get a like and do subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. We are on this journey to 100k. It's getting ever closer, and I do appreciate that support. So as I say, everybody is now in the Audi R18 pretty much, with the odd exception. And as we go into turn 1, through we go here, actually going towards the back. So is the Porsche actually any good or not? That's what we're going to answer here, because that's what I used. Was I wrong? Was I right? Well, in the video, I'm actually going to try a couple of cars in this one as well, because the Audi isn't the only car being used, as we will discover in this video. Heading towards the next turn, then slowing it down here, and I'm prepping here, waiting for everyone to go really slow through here and try and get the jump on exit. That was my plan, at least, as I look to get on the inside of Marathonic. Unfortunately, I get a penalty there for cutting the chicane, a 0.5 second penalty, not huge, but even so, it's going to slow me down. I really have to speed up again, and Marathonic's probably going to get past them as we continue. Oh, hello, somebody was off towards the right-hand side. That was Ramster. We'll try and have a look at that in just a second, but we're still in some racing action here as we head towards Ascari. Ditch's got all sorts of pressure from the McDonald's Wi-Fi of Mad Max here as we go into the braking zone here at the 3 wide up ahead, it looks like. We continue on through here. Oh, someone's over there. Oh, big crash. Huge crash then. Looking down the middle, that gap closes as well. Nearly pumped Mad Max off because of McDonald's Wi-Fi. Remember, their ping is so bad. Their latency is so bad. The server didn't exactly know where they were. Now, let's have a look at Ramster's incident first of all, before we have a look at that bigger one. Heading in towards the second Lesmo there. Just clipped the grass there, racing with Sparks. Gets a tap from behind then, and they go off the circuit, and they're going to come back on in P16 then. What we need to do though is jump on to board Digit then. So Digit, Ghost loses the rear end. Digit had nowhere to go, and Ghost went for an absolute spin and a half. You can see where the gap was there. Unfortunately, it did close up, and everybody is taking a penalty then. So back on board, lap number 2. We're right behind Digit here in the Porsche 919. We're sort of showing this car can actually race the Audi as we head towards turn number 1. Then in we go. Do we get the car stopped? Yes, we do, as we go through the right. It all gets very clunky here as you go through the left-hander side by side. And so we survived there, me and Digit. We continue on through here. Congratulations to Digit, hitting 45,000 subscribers as well. I think he tweeted that today or yesterday. I saw it on Twitter. Said congratulations, of course. It is a big milestone and getting ever closer to 50. Right, we've got board Mad Max here, who was behind, and here you see the latency issue there where it just keeps tapping. Nobody, or the server doesn't really know where you are, which causes contacts where it doesn't look like there's contacts. And unfortunately, that sends Max off. Back on board then, we're catching up to Mario Sonic here as we go through. And one thing I will say about the Porsche, it's very much stable. You saw the Mario Sonic struggling with the rear a little bit of the Audi, and we will try the Audi after in this video. But even so, the Porsche is very stable, very, very stable. It also seems to be a little bit better on the brakes, and it has a little bit more powerful hybrid in the initial acceleration. It just struggles with top-end speed. That's what I'm finding in this race, at least. We go on board Mario Sonic a little bit later on here then in lap number 3. Down the inside the Audi goes as we go into here. This is where it gets clunky again. You see here the car's just... Oh, hello. What's going on here? Cars on the side. Oh, my word. But I managed to survive that. We're back on board then. P10 through we go. We're caught up to the back of my head. We're only 2.5 seconds off the lead. All this action, and we're still all very close. And I'll explain why shortly. Fox through there with a penalty, so that's us up into P9. Elias on the right side here. I think Elias is the world record holder at the moment as well, as we go into the right-hander then. It's going to continue on now. Look at this train of cars. We've got Rory in there. Shout out to Rory. Nice to see you. And race you as well, actually, because I don't normally get a chance to. And they head into the pits, and big group of cars, and we stay out here behind the Audi as we head towards turn number 1. We've got no issues behind, but you are seeing the straight line speed of the Audi just being that little bit stronger as we head towards the first chicane, and that's what I'm talking about here. That's probably why everybody's picking the Audi and why it's just that little bit stronger at this circuit. But if you want stability, the Porsche 919, stable as you like, it really is. Right, we're going to go for a bump draft on motor inside of here then. A little bit of contact there with Elias, but all's well and good here. It's a bit of slipstream then as we head towards the left-hander. I'm sort of in the middle of no man's land here, and I can't really go anywhere. I don't advise side by side here, so I just back out of it as we continue on through there then, and we're back down to P6 with Sparks behind me. Hello, Sparks as well. I'm just saying hello to everybody apparently in this video as we continue on then to the end of lap 5. Lots of people coming in the pits. Elias not going in the pits then, and what we're going to do is change the tyres because that's what I advise in the strategy guide that I do on a Monday. So if you don't watch that or haven't seen it before, make sure you check it out each and every Monday. I'll link it at the end of this video, of course. It's called the Weekly Race Guide. I've been doing it for many, many years now, and lots of people use it to get their initial information on what to do, strategy, and whether races are good or not. So, into turn 1 we go then. Here's our big queue of cars. We've got Bevis in here. Rory's just up ahead of Bevis as well as we continue on out of their Ramsters behind after that incident. So it shows that this pack has really shrunk together. It really has. And this race is actually really close because Elias and Sparks Fury haven't pit yet. And the rest of the pack is here on this straight right now. Anyway, heading in towards the chicane then. Is Motor going to go for it? No, not go. Oh, hello. Ramster nearly into the back of me. Takes avoiding action. I appreciate that a lot. We get a good run out that corner. The run I always try and get there to get the overtake done. And look at this on the inside then. Very close to Bevis as we continue on through here. And we're up into P11 then as we approach the second. Let's move through we go. And what we're trying to do here now is not lose time. We want to stay with the pack. We want to be able to fight for the lead. So that's what I'm going to try and do here as we catch up to Bevis. No point going for the move in towards Ascari. There's no point here at all. What I'm doing, staying behind. Hard for me to actually go for the move anyway as the Audi pulls away, but I wouldn't have gone for it anyway as we go through Ascari. No problems there again as we get onto this back straight and in towards Parabolica. So again here, I'm not looking to go for the move here. I'm staying towards the left-hand side now just to basically say, go on, continue, mate. I want to keep going here as we continue on through Parabolica. But to my surprise here, and I didn't realize this, Bevis is actually going to come in the pits, so needed to change tyres. So we're actually going to gain a place straight away there. I think Digit's just come in as well. And we've got Motor Insider coming down the inside then in towards turn 1. I really didn't want this to happen. As you see, the queue of cars is right there that we could be in the fight for. And as we go through here, we managed to defend that fairly okay. And we need to catch up to that pack in the distance then. You may have seen it. You may have seen an additional car in that pack. So I'm in the Porsche 919. Most people are in the Audi R18, but some people are in that Genesis because that Genesis absolutely flies. It's the thing that's causing this tailback, actually, because the Genesis is so good at accelerating, but then struggles in the corners. Rory gets a penalty. I get a penalty there as well for cutting the chicane. It is an annoying penalty, but it's a fair penalty as well with the cuts as we continue on through here towards the second left. Well, we've actually got a Toyota ahead, actually, of Porter, so I didn't actually shout that out there. And you see Rory's gone off in the distance, and a Toyota has quite good top speed, actually, as we go 3 wide now. I was trying to leave just enough space there for the Portuguese driver, and they maintain position for now. It does struggle a bit more in the corners, does that Toyota. We're not going to be driving that one in this video, but maybe expect some action with it later on this week. Through Ascari we go then, and of course we've got this penalty, so I'm going to stick towards the right-hand side here to make sure I'm out of everybody's way. A few other people taking penalties. Rory goes straight through me, taking his there, and we're dropping down to P10, possibly P11 here, as McDonald's Wi-Fi is going to come through, and you can see, look at that, they're jumping all over the place. It's actually made or amplified more when you have bad connection in these cars because the server's having to try and keep up even more because the cars are so fast. Speaking of which, we've got a fast driver next to us here. We've got Digit, who is side by side of us. We're in the slipstream though, which is helping us out there. We're going to jump on board Digit as we head towards turn 1. Sparks Fury's just come out the pits now as well. Gets 3 wide into turn 1. Very hard to do. Sparks just get it a tad bit wrong there. Does hit the Lebanese driver. I think it's Lebanon anyway. And Digit unfortunately loses out there. But what we're going to do is jump back on board here and see what we can do versus the McDonald's Wi-Fi heading towards the second chicane then. Again, all I do on this chicane, and I highly advise it, just back off a little bit earlier if you're going to go for a move. Lots of people will outbrake themselves, and look at this. I'm just prepping for the exit here to really boost out there. Fortunately for me, they get it wrong. Unfortunately for me, I get a penalty. So a bit of fortune, a bit of not fortune. I don't know what you say, unfortune. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to take the penalty. Who's going to overtake me? That is the question. Then who is coming up behind? Max has gone through. Everyone's gone through, apparently. Mario, Sonic, and Digit as we go into the Parabolica. What you're seeing, though, is that I wasn't technically wrong with the Porsche 919. It can race the Audi. It does struggle a little bit more in straight line speed, but it makes up for it in stability. So if you are in the lower lobbies or you're just struggling with the Audi R18 in general, do try out this Porsche 919. It may be worthwhile. It's got the extra stability there for you as we've got a yellow flag up ahead. What's going on here then? Oh, that's the Toyota from earlier on. Oh, going through it. Oh, this is all a bit of a mess, should we say. So we've got the inside of Mad Max there, and that is us up into P10. But yeah, do try out the Porsche 919. I still think it's a worthwhile car to try out. Yes, again, it's not as fast as the Audi R18 as we're seeing here, but it's still stable, and it still can race. And, you know, we are racing here very well. We were 2.5 seconds off the lead before. Right, in towards the chicane we go. Can we get a run on Mario Sonic? Yes, there we go. Same move again. The move I've talked about all videos so far. Down the inside, up into P9. Got Key in the distance and then Digit ahead of them. What we're going to do, though, is look at what actually happened in towards turn 1 to the Toyota. Does outspeed the Audi then as we go into the braking zone. The Genesis has to brake extremely early. They take avoiding action, and unfortunately they hit Key as well, and they both get reset. It's a very dreaded reset because you like to just think you could nail it across there. 4-second penalty, I do think is acceptable in that situation, and they decide to leave after that one. Not surprising, to be honest. I think I would have left at that point as well. It was good sportsmanship to try and take avoiding action, though, of course. Unfortunately, the avoiding action did take out somebody else. Heading towards the braking zone then, lap number 10, Marisonic does go past here in towards turn number 1. I'm just trying to slow it down here, try and get the run on the exit. Can we do it? Not quite, but here you see the initial power of the Porsche hybrid as we get on the inside of the Audi. It is that little bit better as we continue on through here. Then can we maintain position? Marisonic is still there on the inside. Again, I don't like 2x2 here. We go on chase cam here to see what we're going to do as we go into the left-hander. And yeah, Marisonic's going to defend that very nicely indeed. Oh, bit of oversteer there. I've got a yellow flag as well. What's this for? I can see a car ghosted in the distance. That's Pepe Bull. Pepe Bull? Pepsi Bull. I have no idea. Right, we'll go on board. Then the Italian here. Cataldi as they go into the left. This is the Genesis. This is the other car I was talking about. Oh, oversteer. Still trying to catch it. Still trying to catch it. Gets absolutely rear-ended. Sent round. Spinning around. And I really wish I could play that song, but I can't, unfortunately. So that's what happened to them and why they were all over the circuit. Unfortunate, that one, to be honest with you. And there we go as well. All right, let's go on to the final lap then here. We've got Mad Max very close behind as we go into the braking zone. We do manage to stop it here as we go into the left-hander. Can we get the run on? Oh, no, not quite. A bit of wheel spin here, but this is where the hybrid kicks in then as we continue on here round the outside of the Curva Grande. Can we do it? Can we do it? No, not quite. What the Audi's picking up now. Not a chance. Not a chance. So we'll have to see what we can do towards the end of this lap. But let's see. In towards the braking zone we go. Oh, that looks like a cut to me. Oh, well, Marisonic's got off the circuit there. Did we get a penalty? No, we didn't. Jumblebird Rory now at the end of the lap, racing Lewis in that Genesis, and there you're seeing the straight line speed. We saw it in the weekly race guide with Hodgson as well, but it looks like Lewis is going to defend this position. Oh, Rory's done the same thing I did. It's such an early braking zone for that Genesis. Oh, that left rear is ultimately too loaded here. Dirty tyres. Lewis is going to go for a spin, but Rory's going to do the kind thing here. Good sportsman that Rory is going to wait up for Lewis. I don't feel like he needed to. Yes, there was a contact there with the crash, but not necessarily a necessity. We do cross the line in P6 in the end, though. Not too shabby. Look, Audi R18s and a Porsche. You know, we were in the fight there. Digit came P3. We possibly could have got P3 with all the action. Right, let's jump into the next race where we pick the Genesis, because why not? This is the meme car of this week for those that are wondering. Because of this, look at the acceleration. Make sure you accelerate down to the like and subscribe button right now. But even so, look, past one driver. Going to go past Muscafi here. This car is so fast at accelerating. Of course, we saw it's not as good on the brakes. Also, it's not that good in corners. Let's go to here. We all get ghosted, which is going to help me out massively through the left. And then we're going to accelerate out of this corner. Once again, the acceleration. Look at this. So it's all you have to do in the Genesis, if you want to use it, get past the car. They can't overtake in the corner. And just keep your car in the middle of the circuit. Happy days. You win. You absolutely win. Right, we're going to go towards the second chicane here. Hard on the brakes. In we go. Everybody slows up here 2x2. You don't really want this. So I'm trying to get on the inside here once again. And somebody's gone. Luna Rain's gone there. And we make 3 positions. 3 in one corner. We're going up this grid very fast in this Genesis. You do have to be more careful in the corners, though. Let's actually have a look at that incident here as we head towards the second chicane. You can see me on the left-hand side there. They try and outbrake me. Yeah, they do that fine. And they go into the right. And, ooh, I think Luna maybe didn't see them there, to be honest with you. There we see the other Greek off as well. You see my Genesis just fire off into the sunset. Hodgson got by as well. Nice to see you, Hodgson. So shout out to you. Going to head in towards Ascari then in this Genesis. We've got Jim up ahead. Now, this is where the Genesis really struggles. So you need to get by any Audi before Ascari. Oh, hello. Oh, big hit there. Big hit for Jim. Well, that's him gone. And we're now up into P7 then. It's all going very well here. We catch up to Harty. Harty said hello. So hello to you as we go into the second chicane. Once again, just being careful on the exit. You have to be in this car. It spins its wheels very quickly when it starts to absolutely yeet itself with the hybrid system. RT unfortunately got a 0.5 second penalty. These track limit penalties are annoying, but they're fair as well as we go through the right-hander. Only 5 seconds off the lead here as we continue on. And again, look at the difference in the speed. It's actually just, it's amazing. It is amazing. It does create interesting racing. It's like, well, I was trying to think of LMP1 overtaking an LMP2. So in corners, LMP2 is okay, you know, versus LMP1, but on the straights, LMP1 just flies on by. And that's what's happening there then. And we continue on to lap number 3, where we catch up to Mario Sonic and also Norton Cal. So we're making progress still in this race. We're still about 5 seconds off the lead here as we go into the right-hander. And we're in 4th gear, looking to accelerate. Just have to lift a little bit. Oh, I forgot about that one. That is a heavy hit. Heavy hit there for the German drivers. Up into P5, and now we're racing Mario Sonic. So remember what I said with the Genesis. You need to overtake the Audi before Ascari to really maximize the strength of this car. And that's what I'm going to go and do here. Normally, I wouldn't say do that, but here in this situation, you want to do that. It just means that you gain the advantage. And on exit, you can really start to put your foot down. And there we go. We are ahead of Mario Sonic. And you can see the difference in acceleration there. The Audi does catch up a little bit, potentially, and in corners, it will dominate. Let's see how strong it is into Parabolica, in fact, as we go into here then. But in 3rd gear, short shift to 4th gear. But look at that Audi go on the inside. The downforce playing a key role there as we continue onto the start-finish straight. But it evens up, and this is where the Genesis comes into its own. I'll say it creates a unique environment, a unique race. I actually like the fact that this race can happen between the Audi and the Genesis. I really do. Heading in towards the braking zone then, having to brake about 40 meters earlier than the Porsche, and probably about 20 compared to the Audi as we continue on through there. And this is the main acceleration point. Look at that, the Audi's gone. Bye, Audi. Nice knowing your Audi there. Right, lap number 5. We're going to come in the pits here. P2 is in the pits as well, and we are going to change our tyres once again. I did find the car better on tyres, actually, than the Porsche and the Audi. I have driven the Audi as well, and that's actually coming up a little bit later on in this video. As we leave here, then, we can get on the power and head towards turn 1. Remember, brake just before the end of the white line here, especially more so in this car with its slightly worse brakes as we go through here in 3rd gear, boot it out of this corner and say goodbye to anybody who's behind you. That's what we're going to do. Right, we'll jump on board Levitius then a few laps later. Shout out to you, mate. Also, nice that you said hello in the lobby as well. Head towards Lesmo 1 in the Mazda LM. I nearly picked this car, actually, this morning. Unfortunately, he clipped their wheel on the grass and they go for a bit of a spin. It's very hard to actually spin round the car when you're on racing soft tyres. They are that grippy. So he managed to get into P3 once again. Mario Sonic very close to my rear here on lap number 10. Nearly rear ends me there. Does take avoiding action. Beautiful sportsmanship there. And manages to come back. That's how good the Audi is at cornering. And this is where the big difference is between these two cars. But we're in the slipstream now. We've got the power. We've got the speed here as we head towards turn 1. We've got a 1:33.7 in the lap time wise. So it can go a bit quicker. Or a low 33 definitely possible. Can't get into 32. So I imagine maybe some super alien maybe can do that. I'm not too sure. As we go into turn 1, then we are ahead of Mario Sonic. And what we're going to do, foot to the floor, say goodbye and see you later, as if we are leaving them standing. Anyway, we get towards the end of the lap then. The gap half a second here towards Mario Sonic. Let's see what we can do in the final corner as we go into here. Slowing the car down nicely. 4th gear, start accelerating. Mario Sonic comes very quickly though on the inside. Look at the acceleration Mario Sonic gets. Actually, to get ahead of me here. Can we take it back before the line? That is the question. No, we can't. What a move there by Mario Sonic at the end of the race in that Audi. The Toyota doing very well in P2 there. Busy. Really well played with that one. And we're seeing a mixture of cars still. Nice. This is a nice Group 1. I get a nice feeling from this race, you know. Nice to see different cars being used rather than just the one make. Anyway, I had to try the Audi R18 at least once, didn't I? Because initially I was like, why is everyone using this car? Now, if you are enjoying this video, hit the like and subscribe button down below. I'll say we are on this journey to 100,000 subscribers, and it's so close now. It's actually mind-blowing. Right, we're going to head towards turn 1. And initially with this car, if you played it in GT Sport or the early days of GT7, until recently, I think patch 1.49 maybe, the hybrid would absolutely decimate itself. So you'd have no hybrid. Seems to have changed that on this car now, and it actually keeps its hybrid, which has actually made the car more viable. And it does mean Group 1, with the hybrids at least, is a bit more competitive between the Audi and the Porsche, which is nice to see. It is nice to see this kind of thing because it means they're on that process of bouncing. Right, we go through here then. We have a slight tap on Costas, which actually helps save F1 Slayers there. You're welcome, mate. As we go into the round, we do gain those positions from them, but at least they maintain their positions on circuit as well. Up ahead then, Damien down the inside of the Mazda. Valentino Rossi is off there, and we're going to get past them as well. Now we're going to try and give Slayers the continued slipstream there. There we go. And ahead of Damien is actually Killian, if you've noticed on the left hand side. So that is Killian, the absolute legend who dominated Salzburg. I think it was Salzburg, wasn't it? Just came first event, absolutely dominated nations, dominated manufacturers, blew everyone away. Absolutely superb performance it was. It really was. It's nice to see Killian as well. Mr. Ferrari, I would call Killian from GT Sports. Anyway, through into here we go. This is a bit of a mess, should we say. 4 wide there. That's not going to work. And a couple, well, one person spins. The Ukrainian manages to survive there. And F1 Slayers gains like 4 positions from all of that. Nobody's fault there, really. It's just a bit of clunky. That's probably the best word, clunky. We'll use that one. We'll see if we can keep up with the Ukrainian, though, as we head in towards the chicane. Now, with the Audi R18, it's a bit more unstable in the chicane, in my opinion. Actually, easier to get penalties as well, I found. Speak of the devil, penalty there, 0.5. It really is much easier. Now, we jump aboard Chafe on lap number 4. This is a big old battle. We've got Karlsberger up ahead. We're going to head towards the brakes then. Unfortunately, Damien hits Karlsberger, who sends somebody else flying there, and everybody just all over the place. There I am going through. 2-second penalty for Damien. Damien's trying to wait up for everybody, which is fair dues. Good sportsmanship stuff there. I'll always show good sportsmanship because that's what we want in these races when it's very clear and obvious. Now, Karlsberger does have damage, so I am going to take advantage of that, to be honest with you, as we head towards the next chicane then. And they're going to go on the brakes. Can we make sure we don't get a penalty this time, please, Stitch? Through there we go. Absolutely yeet it through there. And we continue on. No problem. So we jump aboard Skelko here, going into the right-hander in the Toyota. A bit deep here. They're on the dirty patch. If you stay on here, yep, that's what happens. You go for a spin. Oh, I hate those penalties. 1.5 second penalty for crashing. Congratulations. That's your prize. Right, lap number 6. Here we go then. I stayed out an extra lap because I caught up to the Ukrainian, so I was in the slipstream and thought it would benefit us. We're going to come in the pits here. And the tyre wear, not too shabby, to be honest with you. The Porsche definitely struggles the most, in my opinion, with that tyre wear. So I'd say it's more stable, but it does have some areas of weakness in this particular race. We're going to leave the pits then. Let's see where we are in terms of the race. P7 in the end here. Is anybody close behind us? F1 Slayers is coming quite quick, but looks like we're going to stay ahead here. End of the white line, hit the brakes, and we're going to go into turn 1 then. Through the left and belt it out of here, and hopefully keep up with the Ukrainian. That's the plan at least as we get towards the second chicane. That was a fast forward, so what's going to kick off here then? Something must kick off as we go into here. Ooh, that looks like a cut to me. That was very much a lot of the left-hand side. There we go. You do get only 0.5 to the left, but you get 1 for the right. It's a bit weird, to be honest with you. Are we going to maintain position of P7 then? It looks like we are there. That's not too shabby at all. Right, lap number 10. In we go to this second chicane then. The dreaded second chicane as we go through here. Continue on. We're catching up to Regal there. Oh, come on. I forgot about that one. 1 second for the right-hander at the chicane. It is annoying, but it is what it is. Track limits are there. We do know they are there. We are trying to yeet it as much as we can. It's frustrating, but it is what it is. Right, okay, here we go. F1 Slayers round the outside here, in towards the braking zone, side by side. Oh, I don't know whether there was contact there or not. There was definitely space there, though. So all is good here. So we head on to the final lap then. Audi versus Audi. Let's have a fun final lap, shall we, folks? Because this has had some brilliant racing, and I initially gave this, I think, a 5 out of 10. I did put in the comments it should be at least +1 here and be a 6 out of 10. I'd argue it's probably even a little bit more. Now, this race wasn't the greatest, okay? We haven't seen that much of this race because it was a bit more spread out. But the first race was nuts. I reckon you can have some good races here. As we are having right now with F1 Slayers, I could not do turn 1 in this car to save my life. I kept clipping the sausage, which spanned me around quite a bit. And F1 Slayers is going to take advantage of that. We've got 133.2 on the right side. 132 is definitely possible. Actually, as you can see by Killian with a 32.0, that's pretty mental. As we go into the left-hander and the right. Here we go then. Can we get out of here? Yes, we can. We get very close there. Slayers there going defensive. Very smart move to do that. Make sure you cover off the inside as we continue on towards the second Lesbo then. Can we make the move here? No. Have to sit status quo. Actually, speaking of sitting status quo, the Dirty Air is not that bad at all this week. And shout out to PD for this. They've maintained that interesting and custom slipstream environment where Dirty Air is not actually that bad and we can actually have a decent race. And I like that. I really like that. I hope it continues in this fashion. It really is beneficial as we go through Ascari then. We're going to head towards the final corner, the Parabolica here. What can we do? In the slipstream, it's a long straight, this one. So Slays goes defensive here as we go towards the left-hand side. Let's go and chase cam then. Let's see what we can do as we go into the final corner. What we can do, release the brakes, make sure we are ahead at this moment in time. There we go. We get the job done. Through we go. You can see me smiling there. In fact, what I am going to do is start clapping before the finish, because that was a beautiful race, that one, F1 Slayers. A really nice race to finish off this video. Killian nearly won, but doing 132 flats. Of course, Killian nearly won. Now, folks, as I say, I was a little bit wrong with the Porsche 919, but not totally wrong. And that was the point of this video, to see what the other cars are like. If you enjoyed this video, as always, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, stay in touch with all the latest content. I'm going to say goodbye for now, and there are 2 videos there to check out, including the weekly race guide. Do check out the partners below. They do help out the channel, and if you use those links, it supports the channel even more so. Thank you so much as always, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.